Hello, songwriters. Welcome to Lesson 8. This is the final lesson in Songwriting Foundations, so congratulations on making it to the end. So this week we're talking about a scary one, and we're talking about dealing with writer's block. And I wanted to end the class on this because I think it's really important that as you guys finish this class and carry on, you guys have a way to keep writing consistently and keep on top of your skills and keep them developing. So in this lesson, we are going to learn several techniques to use that will help us write even when we're feeling uninspired. And we're going to turn those into a personal motivation plan that you can take the techniques that resonate with you the most, and we're going to put them into a plan and try to carry that out into our practice. So we'll start with just an overview of the techniques. And the techniques we're going to talk about in this video are employing a healthy songwriting mindset, collaborating, practicing adjacent skills to songwriting, and studying other artists. So let's get right into it. And let's talk about the healthy songwriting mindset. And this is something that we've been talking around through this whole course, but I wanted to lay it all out right here. And these are ways to help yourself kind of take some of the pressure off of what songwriting is. And let's go through it point by point. The first one is songwriting is a process. Not every song will be perfect on the first draft or the second draft or the third draft, right? We are going to improve them incrementally over time. Similarly, songwriting is a skill. We are going to get better at it. So there is a little bit of this myth that people are either fantastic songwriters or they're not. They're just born with it. And that's not the case, right? People that are great songwriters work at it really hard. And why this is part of the healthy songwriting mindset is because they all started from somewhere. So even if our songs are not at the level we want them to be at yet, we know that we keep working, we keep writing, and we keep being aware and analyzing our work and looking for ways to make it better, we will get better. And this moves us into don't be discouraged by comparing your songs to other songs. This is very similar because we hear music all of the time that is very professional. It's very polished, right? We turn on the radio, we hear something that's been written by maybe a team of songwriters, performed by professional musicians, and it's all so good that when we look at our songs in comparison, it can be very discouraging because our songs aren't that polished yet. And one of the things that makes this so difficult is if we were learning how to paint and we were just beginning, we wouldn't go make a painting and then compare it to professional paintings, right? That's not a healthy thing to do when you're learning. What we would compare it to is other people's beginning works. And we have this idea of what does it look like when kids are learning to paint, when kids are learning to draw, when kids are learning how to play sports, right? We have this idea of this beginning level of mastery at a skill for all these other skills, but we don't see songs in their infancy. And so it can be very hard to know what can I compare my work to. So don't be discouraged by those professional songs. All you should be focusing on is improving this song compared to your last song. And that's how we're going to get better over time. The next point here is don't let the perfect become the enemy of the good. And this is something for me personally, this is very difficult. If I don't feel like a song is exactly how I want it, I will abandon the thought. And that is something that I have learned to fight, hopefully successfully. But the thought of this is that nothing will be perfect. There's always some little detail that we could tweak. There's always something that we could just make a little better. And knowing that can feel frustrating, but you have to focus on all of the good things that are happening in your work. And more importantly, you have to know not to throw out something that is good or could be good because it isn't perfect yet, right? We're not chasing perfection. We're chasing improvement. We're chasing self-expression. Keep it moving. Let's look at not all songs have to be for sharing. Right? You can write a song for practice. You can write a song for yourself if it's really personal. You can write a song for fun. You can write a song for any reason. There's no bad reason to write a song. And this is similar to the next one, that not all songs have to be on brand for you as an artist. If you have a persona of writing moody songs, you could write a fun song. You would still learn something from going through that process. And similarly, if it was the opposite, if you write party songs, you could learn a lot from switching it up every now and then. Write a moody song, write a chill song. Don't worry about your brand. as an artist, your outward appearance, you can write songs to focus on just your skills and just getting a little bit better. The point of the healthy songwriting mindset is not to limit yourself. Before you even go into the songwriting process, there's all these things that we're thinking about, and a lot of them will stop us from writing at all. Get in there, get writing, have fun, and sort out all of the details of, is this going to be something I put out? Is this going to be something I share with my band? That can happen later, right? We're focusing on just the skill. We're getting better at songwriting, and that's the priority here. So let's go on to other ways to deal with writer's block. And these are great ways to, if you are just feeling uninspired, you know you should be writing, but nothing's coming to you. These are ways to kind of force the issue and make sure that you can keep writing. So the biggest one of these for me is to collaborate. If I'm working with other people, I'm much more likely to stay accountable because I want to have something to show them of what we're working on. So if you are in a songwriting group, if you are in a band, if you find other songwriters to work with, these are going to be things that help you keep motivated and help you keep inspired. If you know you have a songwriting group meeting at the end of the week, it's great incentive to just sit down and try getting some ideas out. And it doesn't have to be perfect, but we want to get something to show them, right? And a big thing that can help here is you want to create realistic, achievable goals and deadlines. So if you're in a group and everybody's really chill and they say, hey man, show us your work whenever you're feeling good about it, that's actually less helpful than they say, every week we're going to share some ideas. Everybody should share something, and it doesn't have to be perfect. It doesn't have to be finished, but have something every week. So you can figure out what that means to you. Maybe it's not every week. Maybe it's every other week. You can choose what that is, but find what works for you and do make yourself some small deadlines. Moving on, practicing adjacent skills can be a great way to keep improving at your musicianship while you're not explicitly songwriting. Free writing and journaling can be a fantastic way to improve your writing skills. It doesn't have to be specifically songwriting skills. Free writing is just when you take a notebook and you just write stream of consciousness, whatever you're thinking about that day, and just try to get all your thoughts out. Journaling, similar, recapping your day, talking about what you're thinking about, trying to make sense of some stuff. All of these can be really good practice for writing and can eventually turn into some songs, turn into some lyrics, who knows. Working on other parts of your musicianship. So if you're a guitarist, go work on guitar a little bit. If you're feeling totally drained of songwriting inspiration, run some exercises, learn something new on guitar, and who knows, maybe you'll find a new chord that makes you think of a new story, and then we turn it into a new song, right? It's important not to neglect instrumental skills, and a lot of times, new instrumental skills will bring up new songwriting ideas. Practice revising old songs. So this is also really good. If you're not feeling like writing anything new today, we'll pull up some old stuff. See what you find. If you have places that you want to make revisions, try making those, right? It's a different process that feels different. It doesn't feel like you get writer's block when you're in a revision process in the same way than when you're trying to generate something new, but it's still going to create forward momentum on your pieces. And the last one here is write parts of songs that are coming to you that day and don't worry about the rest. So if you have a day that you're like, trying to write a song and, chord progressions are going really well for you, but lyrics maybe aren't. Well, that's okay. Just spend the day writing chord progressions. How cool of progressions can we write? Make a bank of them. Make 20 chord progressions. And then maybe another day when lyrics are flowing, then you have your chord progressions already made for you. And you can go through the list and find the ones that you like the best. Keep productive. Don't force the issue of writing a whole song if that's not what's going on that day. Next, studying other artists can be a fantastic way to inspire your own creative process. So reading lyrics is huge. One of my favorite things to do when I get a new album is I'll read all the lyrics as I listen to it for the first time and just take notes of what I'm feeling and just take time to appreciate it and try to understand what's going on. And that goes for reading poetry, reading novels, reading plays, right? Just get reading. If we're learning to write, obviously reading is going to be a fantastic way to inspire new ways of writing. Go to an art museum and take some notes on pieces that you like. Take some pictures. Go home. Reflect on it. That can be a fantastic way to start getting new ideas for songs coming. Rewatch a favorite film and find details, right? The point of all of these is that you want to be actively consuming media, right? If we just throw on a show and we're zoning out watching it, that's probably not going to be something that inspires us in a huge way. But if we put on something that we really like and we are studying it and we're trying to catch the nuance and we're trying to pick up on all the details that the writers put in for us, that is going to be inspiring in a different way than how we normally consume media. And finally, what I want us to do with this is we're going to write a plan. So here's an example of a really, really just clear, basic plan. Or if you were to stick to this plan for a few months, I would guarantee you would be much better by the time you're coming out of this. So break it down by day of the week. Give yourself some days off, right? You see this plan is only on weekdays. You need some breaks. Don't schedule yourself every single day. So Monday, we're studying a new album. Tuesday, we're doing a writing exercise, and maybe I have a call booked with a songwriting partner. Wednesday, I'm making a draft of a song. Just something. Just get some ideas out, right? Thursday, instrument focus. Learn something new on the guitar. Friday, revise a draft. And then later that night, I got a songwriting group. Something like that will keep you doing varied exercises. So you're not going to burn out on this. It's not just write songs, write songs, write songs, write songs, right? We have some different things going on here to mix it up, right? We're going to work on different angles of our musicianship. But all of this is going to improve our skills as a songwriter and move us forward on completing songs and getting those written. So we'll end this video here. Go ahead, write a plan of what you think a good songwriting schedule would be for you. Post it in the comments. I would love to see these and try them for a few weeks. Let me know how it goes. So thank you everybody for going through all of these lessons with me. I hope they were helpful, and congratulations on making it to the end of Songwriting Foundations.